Hello everyone, welcome. This is Anthony Scardizio speaking about my AutoCAD master plan project introduction and walkthrough. Before inserting the image, we need to revert the drawing into a 1-to-1 ratio, which is architectural scale for real world dimensions. After this, once we put the image in, you will go into the line tool, which is along the left side, and you will measure out. We measured out the doorway, which was about 3 feet in width. After that, that's your reference line, and then the picture should shrink down into real world dimensions. So every other line you put in will be measured correctly for the adjusted measurements. The model space is probably the most important piece of AutoCAD in order to functionally do your drawings. This includes using the line tool, arc tool, circle tool, and hatch tool. All of these are critical in order to do your drawing. Line tools, obviously, you use your property lines, buildings, anything you really need a straight line for. As for the arc tool, we mainly use that for the pathways and other arced areas like the plant beds. Circle tools can be applied for anything you really need, but we attach them onto the tree or shrub layer. And the hatch tool can be used for maybe a patio floor or anything really. They have a very customizable hatch drop load. As for another tool that is also used the model space is the modifying tool. If you need to move any layers or lines, arcs, circles, or hatches, you'll find the moving tool in the modify section used easily. As for the coppering tool, Professor always says noun to verb. So you click onto the line or whatever you want to copy. Then you use the copy tool. Click again where you want the baseline to be, the reference point, and then you go ahead and just copy onto wherever you need. And then as for the snippet tool, that is used for anything that is really overlaying any lines or layers. We used it on the patio in order to extend it out and not have any overlapping lines. Adding layers on is an important piece in AutoCAD because it is used for organizing all your lines, arcs, or circles. We used, in order to create a layer, you can see the icon up top. It's just a stack of layers, and then you go on and name the layer, apply color if you need, and then after that, once you start drawing, say if I use the line tool, I would want to go to a layer, make sure it's under, let's say, property line, and then when I am able to turn off that layer under the visible icon, the line should disappear. But some common mistakes people make is they forget to switch layers when adding on new lines for different properties that end up being on the wrong layer, which causes problems. Assigning colors is really good for organizing and really knowing which is which, like a property line or a proposed fence or anything really. Turning off and on layers helps give you an idea of maybe what you've accomplished and also what else needs to be in. Also, locking layers. We use the locking layer tool in order to keep the background picture in place. So when we were adjusting and editing our drawing, the background image would not be affected by our edits. Lastly, what is pretty cool about AutoCAD, they have a various listing of other blocks you can add into, including cars, tables, chairs, other furniture. I know there's 3D enabling drawings you can do. You can have a lamp, a fridge, a desk, anything you really need to involve is available through AutoCAD's online block system. We managed to insert these blocks, and it's basically the same protocol as in adding in an image. Once you put in the block, it won't be the same size as the drawing. You'll need to reference it down to the size you need, which involves highlighting, then using a reference line to a point and making sure it's on the correct measurement, and it should shrink down to the correct sizing of the drawing at that time. And after that, you should be able to add it to whatever layer you need, and it will be used as a block of furniture. At first, when using AutoCAD on Web Labs, it was somewhat difficult because it wasn't as clean and fast as it is once I downloaded it on the Mac. But once I managed to get it on the Mac, everything was so much easier to use. I really like how everything looks, and it really gives you some hands-on experience of how to apply a base map to a drawing and add in your layers or proposed site drawings. And it gives you an idea of how creative you can really be within whatever this technology can offer, and AutoCAD can offer a good amount of that as long as you know what you're doing. So thanks for watching my AutoCAD introduction, representation, and walkthrough onto how we did our master plan project. I hope everything was explained clearly, and thanks again for watching.